안녕하세요, what is up, Ducks Quack Quack. David, Girls Planet 999 has finally ended. It was a whole roller coaster, and we have the full watch party series on our Patreon, so go check it out if you want to see our reactions
towards a lot of emotions.
Before we do our own review, I thought it would be fun to look at some Korean perspectives. In general, Girls Planet 999, people are saying it's a flop. And they're saying the interest among the program was the lowest ever. And these are not just coming from internet communities, these are coming from official articles.
Right.
And the articles are being super harsh because their headlines are just saying it's flopped.
TV ratings show it. And also like the vote. Mnet actually never revealed the exact number of votes. I believe they instead took a point system. But people are guessing that there are about like 250,000 votes. Actual like individual voters that were voting.
Okay, this is not our opinion. This is the discourse that's happening on the internet communities in Korea and the media. They are saying that this group is not based on any talent nor visuals at all. A lot of people are showing complaints and arguments about how this group lacks vocals or how this group is lacking a killing visual or stuff like that. Some even go to the extent saying that it was even better when the An Junyoung PD was rigging it.
Gonna get a Blue House petition on getting him out of prison.
I think we do have to address the elephant in the room, which is Huening Bahiyyih. 90% of all the posts regarding Kep1er right now is about Huening Bahiyyih on the internet, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Korean communities. I just have to say it isn't very positive.
Especially because she was placed second. And if you look at the people below her, like for example,
Shen
Xiaoting, acing all these performances, even like girls that were eliminated, like Suruichi, or even Fuyani, for example.
So actually there's a sheet that is circulating right now that lists up the whole 18 members that were left. This whole Excel sheet shows the number of times these particular members got a main vocal or a killing part. All of the members got at least one thing. But Huening Bahiyyih, it's like a blank sheet until the end. People are saying like, oh, she did nothing, and then she got into second, while like Shen Xiaoting got like ace. The funny thing is, while the Kep1er fans are boycotting Huening Bahiyyih and the group itself, even the Hayats or like the Hayes or like their fandom, even their own fandom is canceling the group itself too, because of the hate that the other side is sending. Both sides are not supporting this group, and this is a very peculiar turn of events.
I feel bad for her too. It's not her fault that her brother is super fucking famous and like everybody's voting for her.
Some of the more sane fans or the sane community posters are actually blaming Mnet. It was Mnet that made the system, and the people just gamed the system, right? So she should not be at fault here.
I really don't think Huening Bahiyyih should be taking all the blame for this, but it does put the legitimacy of this group and this competition as a whole into question. All these other girls, they worked really hard in trying to prove themselves, and they took a lot of risks, like trying for main vocals. Like if you look at Minami, who was eliminated, Manami, she took a risk. She did like Uwonje Shicha and stuff like that. Whereas I feel like Huening Bahiyyih, maybe it was because she lacked confidence, or maybe because she was seeing the hate comments online, but she seemed pretty reserved, and she wasn't like, you know, trying to stand out as much as I feel the other competitors were.
I feel like she was trying to, but I think she got kind of intimidated with the atmosphere as a whole, because like, you know, the whole narrative and the discourse was already spreading.
And I'm sure the girls were probably, you know, very well aware.
Of course.
Like if you look at their facial expressions whenever like they mention her.
Everyone had the same reaction. But at the same time, like, it's kind of giving overboard, I think. There are actual articles with the headline saying some fans are stating that she deserves to get bullied, and that they would support her getting bullied to make her either walk away by herself voluntarily or like, you know, whatsoever. Those kind of stuff, it's not it. Guys, it's just happened already. This girl, she tried the best her own too. I never knew that I would come to this position, but after a lot of thought, seeing all the hate and all the internet comments, I actually caved in and started supporting Huening Bahiyyih because
you became a fan.
No, not as a fan. I'm not that invested, but in three logical points. First of all, the media and the communities are saying this group and this whole show was a flop, right? then they need attention. Bahiyyih is giving them attention in some sort of way.
Yeah, this is true.
She's driving the biggest attention the group can have right now.
That's true.
So she's definitely have a functional use there.
Yeah.
And also, she brought in the external fandoms from other groups. And also, she is the living proof that Mnet did not fabricate or rig the program.
That's
right?
True. That's true. If it was rigged, then she would not be second.
Mnet proved that they did not rig the program, and that's why this buzz is going on the internet.
Unless she was rigged to second in order to prove that they were not rigging it.
That's like double her position is validated, and she is a very beneficial existence to the group. So I support her, and I feel like the overall hate about like her getting bullied or should be kicked out, that's like too much.
And that's obvious. That's obviously
like
wrong.
bullshit. You should not go to that extent.
If Shen Xiaoting was second and Huening Bahiyyih was ninth, do you think people would have less hate for the group?
It would have been a more like acceptable result in my opinion.
Right.
But like as I said, the system was flawed in the beginning if you want to complain, and everybody knew about the system. I definitely think in future programs, masters or like judges or mentors, whatever, their picks or their votes should weigh in way more than like the popularity votes as well.
So
because
you're asking just Mnet to kind of
no.
legal
I mean,
manner.
it's inevitable. There needs to be like a golden balance between the votes and the judges. At the same time, I think everybody is kind of acknowledging the expertise of a producer. The masters having no say in the final results, that was kind of like...
I don't think they were pleased either. Like, I could see from their facial expressions, they were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that girl should have been in there, you know.
Overall, I think this was a very big missed opportunity for Mnet to, I guess, regain their credibility after their produced scandal. The whole concept of this being a global girl group also I think is a lot tainted, you know, with only Shen Xiaoting being the only Chinese member. My girl Suruichi, she needed to get in. This left a lot of sour taste in everybody's mouths. I've not watched any audition programs religiously like I have with Girls Planet. I was really into it. I was voting and shit.
I was so happy when Yezo made it. You know, from our last video, I was like, please, you need to vote for Yezo. I did, and she got in. So people recognize her.
So here's the thing. I don't know if this is how it usually feels when the results are out. Everybody's sour. But for me,
of course, I'm
definitely fucking sour about
not
the
everybody
results.
can be pleased. But I feel like this time, a lot of people are not pleased.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Chinese members would feel like this program
betrayed.
was bullshit.
They definitely.
Especially like
I mean, but we said
it
at the first after show of Girls Planet that Chinese members would be at a disadvantage because of the political stuff that's going on.
And
so
that's what exactly
we knew
happened.
what that was coming to an extent, but not to that extent.
Yeah, not to like Shen
Xiaoting being ninth.
I have another question actually. Do you think Shen Xiaoting was happy that she got in, or
that's actually a big question too on the internet?
Because actually a lot of people are saying like her facial expressions seemed like she wasn't
she doesn't
want
to be there.
I think she would have a lot of mixed reactions because she was always the ace and then she just barely got in. She would feel that result is unfair, number one. And then number two, she's the only Chinese girl in this group. All the girls that she really liked, that connected with, like Yurina was like her bestie, and like she didn't make it either. So like I feel like she might have wanted to be like, oh, maybe this is not the time to debut with this group. Actually, I've seen some posts online saying that her label might be even considering pulling her out. Her agency might be pulling her out of this group. If she was gonna get in, she had to get in first or second, at least top 3. And then that would have made room for somebody like other Chinese girls to get in, maybe.
And some people are actually saying like people like Yurina were actually saved by not getting in this group.
You could maybe say that. I think for the girls that are in the group right now, this is a very good opportunity for them. And regardless of the negativity, they can, you know, maybe change people's minds and win over their hearts. And it's just a good opportunity for them.
If you want to see our pure crude reactions,
like our first time reactions,
go join our watch party on Patreon and you will see how we reacted to it. No filter. Even the Patreon watch party comment section
that comment section is a war zone right now. I've never seen so many comments on our Patreon. Like there's like 50 something comments. People are fighting, writing long ass essays. This whole show is a mess.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching it on Patreon. For those of you who watched it with us, we're gonna be doing more audition program reviews in the future.
Probably
so please
Island 2.
subscribe and go to Patreon if you haven't already. Island 2's coming up.
In the Soup, we're going to do.
And also, we're watching Street Woman Fighter right now.
Street
and
Woman
that's about to
Fighter.
end.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying like if it wasn't for Street Woman Fighter, Mnet would have been
Disappearing.
Yeah.
Saved. There you
saved by
go.
Street Woman Fighter and show me the money at the moment.
There you go. Bye bye.